What's up, everybody? We are
Hey, hey,
here with
hey.
we are here with the legendary Mike Dean, and we're gonna go through the Diamonds Protocol. Let Mike walk through some things, answer any questions he may have, and we'll get going on this. Glad to have you, Mike.
Hey, Utah. How's it going, man? How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Just getting ready for launch, man. It's coming up.
That's fantastic, man. The launch is on the 11th, is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, that's what's up, man. So, I mean, I think for a lot of people, maybe they haven't heard about it yet. I mean, you guys have the diamond certificate sales going on right now, and I think very soon there's a little discount there right now on the NFTs. We're gonna definitely gonna talk about that one so people can understand actually what that is, and yeah, we just take it from there then, right?
Sounds good. I just also want to add we got Rich Land in here. Um, So if I don't answer any questions appropriately or make a mistake or leave something out, Rich can pop in and correct me.
I'll try to stay in my corner, but thanks.
He's the chief, man. Rich knows this in and out. I mean, I know it good too. I was, part of it from the beginning, but man, Rich knows. So
All right, fantastic, awesome. So anyway, guys, always don't forget, visit titanixer.com, titanixer.com/swap, titanixer.com/premium, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. That's what I was told to say. So there we have it. All right, Utah. So I think the way you know how I do my interviews, I'm trying my best to just keep it straightforward so that everybody understands what's going on to make it as simple as possible. So we're gonna start off with the diamond certificate, basically the NFTs which are currently on sale. What are those? Why are they on discount right now? And what do I get when I have those NFTs? So I think let's start off with that. I did I did I did prepare something a little bit here. So first of all, we have the website here, which is diamonds1111.win. Anyway, before we even get started, what's up with all these ones here, man? Where does that come from?
I'll let Rich Landon touch on that.
This is a number that lots of people are familiar with. Seeing 1111 on the clock, seeing 1111 on the calendar, and this number has been in my life from probably more than 30 to 25 years, I would say. Very long time, and it's one of those things that you can't help but notice that there's some strange occurrence with this number constantly reappearing. You just happen to look at the clock almost four times a week and it's 11:11, and you're not sitting there watching the clock, you just happen to. So I started to research this number and say what it is, and there's lots of different opinions obviously, but there's connections to it that, and I guess the most common is that it shows that you're on the right path. And I thought we would launch this project sooner in the year, but since it evolved later in the year and we were getting close to this month, it just connected that, hey, wait a minute, let's just set the date 11/11 and just make sure we meet it. And that's pretty much how we got here.
1111. All right, nice one, Rich. All right, so I mean, like from the user standpoint of view, it's a fairly straightforward point. Getting the NFTs, essentially, you send in your ETH to the diamond certificate contract, and then you get your NFTs. Fairly simple. And all that ETH goes to this thing which is called the Diamond Crusher. So, Yuter, maybe you can explain a little bit what is the benefit of holding the NFT, and what's up with this 28? If you mean 28 of those, like, can you explain that to the users?
For sure. So the benefit of holding NFT, there's a there's a pool that only NFT holders can get ETH rewards paid to them from. So it's an exclusive pool and it only pays NFT holders. And what it is based on is the Blaze that comes into the Diamonds protocol gets staked in the Blaze contract. The ETH payouts from that Blaze stake will pay the certificate holders out of that 28-day pool. Now, if you mint 28 of these NFTs, you get access to the Blaze Diamond Hand Club, which is that exclusive pool on the Blaze protocol. So, and that is closed. There's only one way to get into it now, and that is through the NFTs in the Diamond protocol. You can no longer stake tokens and get access to that pool. Now that pool continually fills up with ETH from the Ethereum that comes into the Blaze auctions on a daily basis.
Okay, so maybe for people who are fairly new, who don't even know Blaze yet, actually, can you like give a little recap what Blaze is and what that particular 888 payout is?
Sure. So the Blaze protocol is a protocol. It's basically a staking protocol that pays users in Ethereum rewards. The Ethereum that comes in to that protocol comes in through a daily auction. There's a limited amount of tokens that are available every 24 hours, and people go into the protocol with Ethereum, and their percentage of tokens that they get is based on how many other entrants go in the same 24-hour period. That 888-day pool is an exclusive pool that not everybody gets into, but yet it continues to fill. It's coded to fill. It can never be stopped. So in 888 days, that Ethereum in that pool will get paid out to Diamond Hand Club ticket holders or people who have 28 of these NFTs that have a Diamond Hand ticket.
Gotcha. So, I mean, essentially, the diamond, the 888 day payout was actually for either for people who have max staked Blaze back then before day 365. Is that correct? Was that
correct?
All right. Yeah. So that was back then when Blaze launched. You had 365 days to max stake your Blaze, and then if you max staked it before day 365, you would have been automatically in the 888 day payout. Was it like a certain amount you'd had to stake for that to be true?
Yes, 4,000 tokens.
Okay, so you had back then to basically max stake minimum 4,000 tokens, and then that was equivalent to like one ticket or something. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. So essentially, there was the either way of getting to that pool was through these NFTs, and these NFTs is essentially now what you guys are essentially selling right now, these diamond certificates NFTs.
Correct.
All right, that's great. And then basically so you are going to dilute the people who have max staked here with these NFTs, is that correct?
We are going to take a percentage, correct. I'm not sure I would use dilute because diamonds bring so much more ETH into the Blaze protocol. So essentially, yes, you would get a smaller percentage, but a much, much bigger pie, if that makes sense. Because we drive so much demand for Blaze with the Diamonds protocol.
Okay, but the demand for Blaze is essentially through, like, because you're buying up Blaze?
Because 50% Blaze and 50% ETH is required to enter the Diamonds protocol.
Okay, so people they have to buy Blaze essentially, or the protocol will buy Blaze,
or the
and
protocol will buy. Yes, correct.
Okay, and that's how like the price of Blaze goes up. People participate in the Blaze auction, and the ETH fills up.
Correct.
I guess have you done um have you done the calculation how much ETH is needed so that the dilution is actually it's more than the dilution you're gonna have?
Yeah. Well, it's almost impossible to calculate, right? Because you would have to. Yeah, I mean, we can't
But
tell
you
the
know how
future.
many tickets you sold though, right?
Yeah, we do. So where you had that pulled up, didn't you?
I think I had, yeah. I mean, I can also just go to that. Maybe you were diving a bit too deep, to be honest, right now. Maybe we
Yeah.
can talk about this a bit later.
Well,
But
we started with 455. So how many tickets are there right now?
all right, I mean, I think this is the latest. Like this is 4 hours ago, or like half an hour ago. I pulled this up. So total certificate minted is 1,044.
Okay, but I'm
Yes.
talking about the Blaze protocol. I'm pulling it up right now on my
Okay.
phone.
I mean, this. I'm just curious right now. I mean, this was just a question which I thought I would ask, but anyway, so I was what I was curious about was okay if you check all the people who've minted 28 NFTs, right? They will be participating in the Blaze pool, in the AAA payout pool.
Yes. So right now there's 475 Diamond Hand tickets that have been issued total.
Mhm.
And when we started, before we started minting the certificates, there was 455. So
Okay.
yeah, so we're not even at 10%, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to point out real quick, there's
Uh-huh.
actually 33 eligible from the Diamond's Hand protocol. That means many others have minted less than 28 that
Mhm.
haven't totaled enough to be eligible. So from the 455, there will end up being 488 at this point if no more enter.
Gotcha. I mean, this was just something interesting. Maybe we can whatever, we can talk about this a bit later. But I was just curious, like, okay, how many like dilution you're gonna have on the users, and then like how much ETH needs to come in to basically like how big did the cake get, although you diluted. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it was a, trust me, Rich, I think Rich is probably the biggest Diamond Hand ticket holder in the Blaze protocol.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had these discussions uh, in the development of diamonds because that's the last thing we wanted to do, right? The last thing we
Yeah.
want to do is hurt anybody that's already in there. What we want to do is bring more ETH into the Blaze protocol and fund all the payout pools for everybody that's already staked. That's the goal here.
Yeah. Let me add a little context here. So, as Utah said, I had a huge stake in the Blaze protocol. I loved the ETH payouts, but what had happened is Blaze had reached a point where that pool was not growing very much, and people were keeping the auctions going, but the price had dropped in Blaze so much so that we $500 was filling up the ETH pool every day. So, in a year's time, you were not going to see a significant addition to that pool when it's being split across 4 different pools. So the point was, let's build a project that supports the price of Blaze, puts demand on the price of Blaze so that the auctions start to grow again, so more ETH is coming in. So yes, there would be a small dilution factor that the users of the Diamond Hand Club would have to put up with, but in return with that, the demand on Blaze and the continued rise in the ETH amount coming in would overcome that at some point. Now, do I have that perfect number? No, I don't. However, at this current point, we're 7% dilution with 33 tickets. If
Mm-hmm.
we get to 47, whatever, that would be 10%. But if we double that pool, that's 100% gain in ETH value. So if we bring in 100% more and we had 10% dilution, I think the users should be happy with that.
No, I mean absolutely. Like I'm not disputing that at
Yeah,
all.
I'm just right. I'm just trying to
I
make
I,
clear.
I voted I voted for Elon Musk to get the 1 trillion payout. You know what I mean? he's going to get
Yeah.
12.5% more shares. So he's going to dilute me, but he has to grow the company, whatever, 8x. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same philosophy here. Is that I was a big holder in the pool, and I wanted to support my own bags. So this project was built to do that. But after we got into it, I said, "Man, we could do this without taking any economic energy out of diamonds to do this, at the same time, simultaneously."
Gotcha. Yeah. No worries. I mean, it was just a little detour here, guys. Sorry for that, but yeah, I was just a bit more curious about that. So anyhow, so I think just to summarize here, when you get your NFTs, all the ETH goes to the Diamond Crusher, and also if you hold the NFT, you you're going to participate in the payouts of the Blaze, right? Where does the where does the Blaze come from to actually be going to these NFT holders?
From the miners that's begin from day one.
Okay, so this is now the next thing, which is the diamonds tokens, essentially. We're gonna go through that so that you guys can see actually where the payout for these diamond certificates holders actually get. So the main there's two benefits here, right? One's if you just mint one NFT, then you're gonna participate in that payout, which is from the Blaze. And then the second benefit is if you mint 28 NFTs, then you're going to be part of this 888 payout. But I think there's one caveat here. I think you cannot transfer those NFTs to be part of this Blaze Diamond Club, right? You only that address itself is going to be part of it. Is that correct?
That is correct, but I have one correction that you stated. You said one certificate holder of diamonds. He does not get entry into Blaze, but what he does have entry to the diamonds 28-day pool. So you don't have to have 28 tickets to be getting ETH rewards from the Diamonds protocol. It's just an absolute exclusive bonus if you happen to reach 28 tickets that you get eligible to go into the Blaze pool.
Gotcha. Yeah. But I mean, just even having one NFT, that's also enough to get the payout, right?
Yes, from the Diamonds protocol.
From the Diamonds protocol. Okay. All right. So let's actually jump to the Diamonds protocol. I mean, I wrote here Diamonds tokens, but maybe Diamonds protocol will be more appropriate. Is that correct? Protocol.
Diamonds yes, protocol? That'd be fine.
All right. So let's get started here. Maybe just from the left here, you as the user, you send your ETH and then to the Diamond contract, and then you get your tokens at miner end. And from what I've seen, the miner schedule is basically 100-day fixed duration from start. There's also an early claim available. And essentially, since it's 100-day fixed, you as a user, you earn 1% per day. And you can early claim any day, essentially. So here's an example. If you claim on day 10, 90% you forfeit, and then you receive the 10%. And there's also no late claim penalties. Is that correct, first of all, like what I just said there?
Yep, that is correct. You're not locked into anything. You can claim anytime you want, but you're only going to get 1% a day. So, if the ROI is there and there's profit there, well before your 100 days, you can claim and take that profit if you wish.
Gotcha.
There's an important point here. So those tokens are not minted until that person leaves the miner. So if they don't reach 100 days, whatever they don't reach, have not earned, will not be minted. They never see the system.
Okay, so I mean, if on day 10, I'm only going to get 10% of the tokens, and then the 90% will not be minted.
That's correct.
Okay.
But all the ETH and all the Blaze that you put into mine is in the system. But if you're profitable with 10% of the tokens, it doesn't matter to you.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So now, what I'm interested in is now how all that ETH and essentially Blaze as well, because so if I mean the easy option is to just come with ETH, and then the protocol will buy 50% of that, will be bought, Blaze will be bought with that. That's the easy one. I think there's also an option where you as a user, you can put in part ETH and part Blaze. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, essentially the easier form would just be just come with ETH, and then the contract itself, 50% of that will just Blaze will be bought. So the system effectively receives, it has ETH and Blaze. So let's look at the distribution now. Okay. What is the percentages? Where does the money go to? So if you look at ETH, 60% of that goes to the Diamonds X28 LP. We're going to talk a little bit of that, how that works. 20% of the ETH goes to the Diamond Exchange. We're going to talk about that a bit later on as well. And then 12% goes to the Diamond Vault. And then 8% goes to the 8% goes to
Genesis.
Genesis, right? Yeah. So it's Genesis. That's correct. All right. So that's the ETH part. And then if you, obviously there's going to be Blaze as well. So 80% of the Blaze gets staked. 12% of the Blaze goes to the Diamond Vault. And then the rest of it goes to Genesis essentially. So that's
Correct.
pretty much it. Probably let's start here with the 60% of the ETH, which goes to the Diamond X28. Can you explain the mechanism, how this works, which goes to this to this LP here?
Yes, so that's a buy and build contract. So it will have a circuit breaker. So it will have a set ROI that the protocol will try and maintain. So if the ROI is positive, then the money just accumulates in there. But if the ROI drops below a certain point, then automatically it will buy X28, and then it will buy diamonds and add it to the liquidity pool. If X28 is over the price of Titan X, we will transform it instead of buying it off market. So when we do that, when we transform Titan X to X28, then we will burn 50% of that Titan X every time we do that.
Gotcha. So how do you determine when to do what essentially? So like you either buy X28 off market, so it means you're gonna push up the X28 Titan X ratio. You're gonna push it up to come to be 1 essentially, right?
Correct.
And then if it's over 1, then you're going to transform?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's I think that's a good idea to do it that way. Now you said, so essentially the ETH, okay, you're gonna buy Titan X first then, right? And
Yep.
then like, do you know if when you start accumulating, do you accumulate the ETH or do you accumulate Titan X essentially?
We accumulate the ETH.
Okay. And then so there's gonna be like a function which people can call, and it does all the Titan X X28 diamonds.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So okay, that's gonna be all right. And then, but this is ongoing the whole time essentially, right? So this is the liquidity pool will just be growing and growing essentially, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We don't want to run it just to run it.
Mhm.
We want to keep a positive ROI for the miners. So it will just continue to sit in there. And then if the ROI drops, then it'll automatically, it will start doing it.
But the ROI of diamonds, right?
Correct.
Okay.
For the miners.
For the miners, okay.
Let me make a point there. It's actually not automatic. It's a public callable function
Yeah.
on the final buy portion from the X28 to diamonds. That's the part that's on the circuit breaker. The ETH to Titan X and the Titan X to X28 are not on a circuit breaker. So we could build those up no matter the conditions, and then the circuit breaker's on the last pool. But
Okay,
it is
the circuit breaker is on the X28 to diamonds essentially, right?
yeah. So the button just becomes enabled at the time
Gotcha.
the circuit breaker is not tripped.
Gotcha. All right. And that runs essentially when the ROI is negative.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And then when it's positive, then, well, it's just disabled anyway.
Well, positive at a set threshold. It'll have
Gotcha.
it's an admin function to set the threshold. It's
Okay.
this is another point to make at this moment, is that this will never be shut off. It's at least going to operate once per day, once a 24-hour period, and so the interval can be set, and then the amount could be set. Those are the two admin functions with it.
Gotcha. All right. Fair enough. I think that's pretty much clear now. Essentially, yeah, like the ETH is going to buy Titan X28, and then there's going to be a circuit breaker in a way, which basically, yeah, on a threshold, and then either X28 gets bought, and then, yeah, diamonds gets bought and added to the LP. So the LP will be thickening over time, essentially.
That's correct, and it's also locked LP, locked in the protocol. There's no fees taken from this. The fees that are generated from the swaps on Uniswap get re-added with a callable function.
Gotcha. And full range, I would guess, right?
Yes.
A 1% fee tier.
I don't know the percent, but it could. I would imagine that, but
potentially that's going to be the 1% fee tier, I would imagine. All right. Yeah, I think this is pretty much clear, guys. I mean, if there's any questions, you can pause them here.
We might can mention here, since we just talked about that in detail, that the buy and crush, which is akin to a buy and burn, it functions the exact same way. The ETH to Titan X, the Titan X to X28, that will happen before the circuit breaker, and the final part, buy diamonds and crush it for the burn, is on the circuit breaker. So those two function just the same.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get to that as well, which is the diamond crusher here. We're going to talk about that in a bit as well. So I think now it would be good to talk about here the 80% of the blaze which gets staked, because this is very much for the diamond certificate holders essentially, because that's what happens here. So from my understanding is that 80% of the blaze gets staked, right? And obviously, if you stake Blaze on the Blaze protocol, you're going to participate in the payout pools. And this is going to be the 888 and 288 Blaze payout pools. The 888 payout pools doesn't, it was only before you had to stake before 365 days. So obviously that's not going to be part of it. So it's only going to be the 888, 288 Blaze payout pool. And the payouts from that is going to be going to all the NFT holders. So another question here for the NFT holders: can you pass this NFT to another person and they can still claim as well?
They can. They won't be able to. Okay, wait. Let's clarify. You can give the NFTs to someone else. You can sell them, but those NFTs would not be eligible for Blaze protocol at that point.
Okay,
the rewards they would only receive would be from the Diamonds protocol.
Okay, so basically this protocol here, they will not be able to.
Yes, that's correct.
In the Blaze Diamond Club here.
That's correct.
Okay,
you're right about that.
Yeah, because the Blaze Diamond Club is like only one person who minted the tokens is eligible.
Yeah, the contract states that you would have to have minted and still hold.
Minted and still hold. Yeah. I don't know why they did it that way, to be honest. I think, but anyhow, it is what it is, I guess. those are the rules. We can't change them now. Blaze, yeah, Blaze was
Yeah, Blaze is on day 501, so we can't
exactly.
think about that.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Long time ago. Anyhow, all right. So this is good. So if you are a diamond certificate NFT holder, you can actually still mint it up to now, up to today, and there's actually a discount. So let's talk about the discount a little bit because like, can you explain to people what is the discount? If I come here to diamonds 1111.win and I goes to the NFTs, I can connect my wallet and mint an NFT. And right now, one certificate NFT is 0.014, but it's actually 0.028. So what is the discount and why? Okay, can you explain what's the deal here?
We wanted to build community around this project. We wanted people to start to understand it before it became live. That's why the website was available and just this one portion. This was mainly to do that. Second benefit from doing so is we wanted to start accumulating Ethereum that would be 100% utilized to support the Diamonds token launch. So all the proceeds that we got there is right at $48,000. And we still have 2 days and a bit left. So that's a lot of buy pressure on Titan X, then X28, which needs to be brought to parity. So 50 grand buying pressure on X28, I think we get there. And then that was the main purpose of this is to directly support X28 and Titan X and then burn diamonds in the end.
Gotcha.
And since you can't burn a diamond, we decided to call it Crush.
You just call it Crush, but okay, but it's actually essentially burned, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so that's good. I mean,
you see the number 33 right there? That tells to your left, right below the Connect wallet. There's a number 33 in the next box down.
Oh, here, number 33, yes.
Yeah, that tells you how many tickets are eligible out of all the tickets minted to go into Blaze.
Gotcha.
But as you noticed earlier, only 20 were added to the Blaze. That means 13 people have not gone to Blaze and exercised their participated in that. They will need to do so.
But hold on, do you just need to mint 28 NFTs and then you're directly eligible, or do you you still need to do something?
That's it. That's all you have to do.
You don't have to do anything extra.
Well, no, I take that back. You have to go to the Blaze protocol and it checks eligibility for you and it sees that your wallet has done this and now it gives you eligibility. You have to choose to manually participate on the Blaze protocol for this 33 to be added to the Blaze Diamond Hand Club pool. So each person that has already done so is 20 out of 33.
Okay, so if I go here to the Blaze website,
go to tools.
If I go to tools, Diamond Hands Club,
right there, that button says check eligibility. If you had minted some, you would have a number where those 2 zeros are. It says minter and holder of Blaze Wars NFT. We're going to need to get this text changed, but you would have a number there, right? That first zero.
And then it's like I just click participate and something will pop up.
That's all it is to it. And then at that point, your wallet pops down and you got to confirm.
Okay, and then you are essentially eligible then.
Then you're in like Flynn.
All right, that's fantastic. And there is currently 127 ETH in the pool right now.
I think this is an important point to mention right here. That number 475 resets on day 888. 889 after it pays out, goes to 0. The number of tokens needed to re-enter that pool is 4,000 Blaze. And we believe that Diamond's demand on the Blaze protocol will remove the current circulating supply of Blaze and people will be competing every day in the auctions to get supply. There will not be 4,000 tokens floating around for people to restake in this pool. However, the Diamond Hand certificate holders can reuse their NFTs if they still hold them to enter the next cycle. And that is a very important point because look at this now. There's $433,000 of ETH in there. If we go through round 2 and generate those same funds, now only the X number of certificate holders who qualify into this pool. So you won't be looking at 475. You might have a number around 50.
Gotcha. So that's also the benefit of being the NFT holder, right?
Yes, having 28 of those.
But the thing is, like, the people who are still staked, they're still gonna be participating on that pool as well, right?
No, they're not. They reset to 0, and they have to acquire tokens and restake if they want to go in through the token route.
Okay, all right.
They're excluded from the next round on day 8, 8, 9.
All right, they are excluded. So only the NFT holders are then included.
That's the key point right there. That's the benefit to having those tickets right now, is that you will own round 2 with a lot, and you will be sharing that pool with a lot less people.
Gotcha. I see. I mean, when is AAA payout coming? That's
386 days.
Okay, so like almost a year.
Yeah, so I really feel that Diamonds will be in full operation in a year from now, and that pool will continue to be filling, and there will be no Blaze for people to get 4,000 tokens for staking. Gotcha. So that's why these tickets are so important.
I see. Okay, I think that's definitely something important to mention because I think a lot of people were not aware of that case for sure. So I think that's pretty good. All right, we're getting back here now. So we went through the 80% Blaze, which gets staked, which is you guys call it the Diamond Protocol stake. So if you are a Diamond certificate holder, then you're gonna be able to be on these Blaze payout pools essentially. And by the way, I'm not sure, maybe I missed it actually. We talk about the discount here. Did you mention regarding the discount? I'm not sure. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah, so that runs the timers to the right there. It says 2 days, 19 hours. Mm-hmm. Once that happens, that goes to full price and remains there forever more. And then after that, the protocol goes live, and you're now in full operation with all the different features in Diamonds.
Got you. But they set amount NFTs essentially, right? So what is the total amount, or what is the total amount of NFTs?
There's no total. There's no limit on them. It's limited.
There's no limit on the NFTs.
There's not.
Okay, so the question is
whether you're willing to pay either $47 right now for them or $100 after 2 more days.
Okay. But essentially, you can always be in the Blaze Diamond Hand Club even afterwards.
Yeah, it's just going to cost you a lot more to get in. And if ETH starts to go up in price, this current $100 price could go to $200 per ticket. And remember, you need 28 of them. So that'd be one heck of an investment.
Got you. Okay.
So it's limited by the kind of constrained by the cost of it.
Got you. Okay. But the NFTs, essentially, they're unlimited in a way, but obviously there's a cost.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And it's working pretty good. Like right now, you could see only 33 tickets into the Diamond Hand Club, but 1,000 sold. We took in 50 grand. That 50 grand is going to pump. All it can do is burn diamonds. So when that happens, it pushes the price away from Blaze, creates a ratio that is much higher for diamonds. That should suck in a lot of Blaze to mint diamonds to try to sell and get that profit.
Gotcha. Understand. All right, so let's get back to here. So I think this is pretty much clear regarding the Blaze getting staked. I mean, if you guys have any questions, then just post them here. Otherwise, well, Genesis, I mean, that's pretty clear. We talked about the LP. I think probably, what do you think? Should we talk about the Diamond Crusher first?
Yeah, since it was close to the LP structure.
Yeah. So there is essentially here, this is called the Diamond Crusher, which is AKA buy and burn, like as we know it, but you guys chose the Diamond Crusher name. So all the ETH from the NFT sales essentially goes to this Diamond Crusher.
Correct.
Yeah. And from my understanding, so it's going to buy Titanic's, then it's going to buy X28, then it's going to buy diamonds.
That's correct. If that last step is not tripped, if the circuit breaker's inactive.
Exactly. So if the circuit, essentially the last bid, which is you're holding X28, now buying diamonds, it only going to do that if the mining ROI is, if the mining ROI is below a set threshold.
Right. It's my anticipation that because of the limited supply that will be available from the start of the LP, that these will not even be utilized until someone has some tokens to sell. Because right off they're gonna be interested in buying the token, which is
Gotcha.
pushing up the price and causing the ROI.
Got you. Okay. I mean, okay. I think that's pretty interesting for sure, how that works. I mean, as you said, as you mentioned earlier, it's very similar to how the LP adding to the LP, how that works, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Can you control essentially the buying Titanic's and then buy X28? So the X28 is also going to be either buying it off market or transforming it. Is that
So
also
they
very
they
similar?
have they have admin functions as well. They can't be shut off, but the interval can be adjusted as well as the amount.
Okay, the interval and the amount can be okay,
Mhm.
like for both of them, right? For both buying Titanic's and buying X28, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So what I would love to see right now is that ETH get back up to 4,700, and then we start using that. That would be the best case scenario because we would get more buying power towards Titan X and X28 if we could get that scenario playing out.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds good, man. I think this is also very clear. I think it's just very similar to what how the LP gets added here as well. So I think the next thing we're going to talk about is the diamond exchange. So 20% of the ETH, like from basically diamond miners, 20% of the ETH goes to this thing which is called the diamond exchange. So probably can you explain what the diamond exchange does or what that is so that we can actually see how that works?
Utah, you want to go with that one?
Yeah. So 20% of all the Ethereum that comes into the protocol will go to the Diamond Exchange pool, which is a weekly pool in an auction format where users will go in with their diamonds and bid on that Ethereum in that pool. It resets every single week. It completely empties out. And when they exchange their diamonds, those diamonds are gone forever. So you're basically burning those tokens. They're gone forever. So you bring your diamonds in, and your percentage of that, the percentage that you get out of that pool is weighted against everybody else that enters.
For the whole week, essentially, right?
For the whole week. Yep. 20% of that ETH builds up for a whole week. Every week.
Okay. So basically, you check on a weekly basis how much people have burned, and that they're gonna and the percentage wise it's going to be how much you get paid out on the weekly payout pool.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's also definitely interesting. What's gonna happen there?
Yeah,
Especially in the first 100 days, because nobody has a full amount of diamonds
Yeah,
until day 100. So they're going to have to get those diamonds somewhere. So you're either going to have to market buy them or claim early. So it
yes,
brings a lot of game theory into it.
absolutely. So
and 20% ETH is no small number. I mean, that could be, if the protocol takes in 10 ETH in the first week, you're looking at 2 ETH going in there, right?
to
And
yeah,
it could be $8,000 or $9,000. So somebody says, I don't have any diamonds, but I'm going to buy some.
Uh-huh. And buying some means the mining ROI is going to be positive, and they're going to burn it. So it's
It means
just
the diamond crusher
more
in
fuel to the fire.
and the LPE ad and the diamond crusher don't even need to be utilized when that's happening.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, that's definitely going to be extremely interesting for sure. So this is like proof of burn in a way, right?
That's 100% burn.
Yeah. Proof of burn. Like, let's see how much you can burn to be able to be in this weekly payout pool.
That's why I like to say, and I don't know if it's correct, maybe you guys could correct me if I'm wrong in saying this, but this protocol will be deflationary as soon as it launches because we'll have a buying crush.
Yeah.
And people going into Diamond Exchange are forfeiting tokens that are getting crushed.
Mm-hmm.
There's opportunity for a major supply squeeze here.
And since the blaze ratio is always 1-to-1 to enter the mint, you can never have more diamonds than blaze. And blaze is already at 4,800 a day emission rate after the burn that's on blaze.
Gotcha. So I mean, obviously, if you're a blaze holder, you have a bit more benefit here, right? Because you can just come in with ETH and blaze to participate in the diamond contract, right?
I think you would have less slippage. So yeah, ideally, if you had blaze and ETH, you might get the best rate because the protocol has to buy that, and it may be slippage involved. So it's going to estimate what you'll get, but the actual will be after the event.
Gotcha. So okay, but I mean, nevertheless, is the easiest one would just be just having ETH essentially.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. But if you're paying attention, you may be able to get a better deal on Blaze in the daily auction, and then that way you can just bring in Blaze and ETH.
Gotcha. Or I mean, just buying Blaze now as well. I mean, Blaze is somewhat pumping right now. It looks like it, right?
Yep.
Are people buying it right now to participate in the protocol?
I think that's clear.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that what's happening here, guys?
That's what's happening.
All right. So are you guys the cause why Blaze is pumping?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Because people now have something to do with their Blaze. Before it was just go in the auction, sell it, take whatever you could make from that arbitration, and then do it again. And the price keeps dropping that way because you keep selling it down.
Yeah.
But now Blaze has a use case, and that was the purpose of diamonds as well. I mean, it has many reasons for existing. Diamonds does, but this was main is to support the price of Blaze, create new Ethereum going into the auctions to compete for the token when they have something to do with it.
Gotcha. So now they can speculate on diamonds essentially.
And can you imagine the protocol taking 80% of the Blaze that comes in and it's forever off the market?
That's
every day.
Going to be interesting. Yeah, that's going to be interesting as well. I mean, how much is the supply? How much is liquid actually?
I think we got 700,000 Blaze tokens floating around in people's wallets. You could see there 2 million staked. Out of
so 75% is essentially staked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, even on Uniswap V2, there is like 3%. All right, so I mean, it's okay, fair enough. And then the rest is essentially liquid, then, right? People are holding it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
They know something.
I mean, that's not much, right?
They know something's coming, or they believe they're ready to participate, or they're ready to sell Blaze on the market. One of the two, but they haven't sold yet. So,
Gotcha. I mean, obviously, so they can either sell, hold, or participate in diamonds now.
Mm-hmm. There's many options for them now.
Gotcha. I see. All right, we're getting back to that. So, I think we talked about the diamond exchange, right? That was pretty much what we were talking about, right?
I think that one's pretty clear now.
Yeah, I think that's very clear now. I think, yeah, but definitely a very interesting twist here. I like it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Very
I
interesting
think I
twist.
can give credit to Utah for this edition. This I think was his idea.
No, I think it's pretty good, man, because you definitely have an incentive now to people to compete here as well, especially in the beginning. It's like there's not gonna be much yeah, people are gonna forfeit for sure, or gonna buy
Mhm.
it off the
I
market or
mean, if
whatever.
yeah, exactly, if there's ETH in there and no one's sitting in that pool yet, one
Mhm.
person will buy, and then when somebody sees that one person do that, a second person will say, "No, I can't let you have all that. I'm going," and then it will create this frenzy towards the end of that week.
It,
That's interesting.
it
All
brings
right.
some excitement to the protocol. There's a lot of different ways to play this protocol. You can stake and get rewards, or you can do
Mhm.
different things, but this weekly pool right here, it'll bring some excitement. Everybody can go in there and compete, and in the meantime, we're taking all that diamonds off the market. So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'd like to add something here. So, yeah, this protocol has 4 different ways you can participate, and you don't even have to do all 4. You could choose which one you like the best. But one way to look at it is you can have a weekly ETH payout, you could have a every month payout with the 28-day NFTs, or you can get into staking and have an 88-day payout or 288. We hadn't got to that yet, but there's essentially, and then you mining. You can mine for supply to later sell if you would like. So there's many ways to play it.
Fantastic. No, I definitely like it. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. I like the weekly payout pool, man. I think can be very interesting. All right, I think this is pretty much clear. I think lastly now let's talk about the diamond vault. So 12% of the ETH and 12% of plays goes to the diamond vault. And there's 2 payout pools, 88-day payout pool and the 288-day payout pool. 60% goes to the 88-day payout pool and 40% goes to the 288-day payout pool. And this is, yeah, when you stake your diamond, you're going to participate in these payout pools. So I don't know. Can you, I don't know, did I miss anything here, or can you just add a bit more what
No,
what
no,
what this diamond vault
the
is?
only added nuance to that is, well, two. There's a minimum stake period of 288 days, and the maximum stake period is 888 days. But the nuance is you can, the longer you stake, you'll get a bonus for doing so. So if anything over 288, the minimum, you will get a bonus all the way up to 888. The second bonus is you can take additional diamonds and burn them for a larger percentage in the pool. Now, the website is going to put these bonuses on the screen for you. So as you plug in numbers, you'll see what your bonus is. It's clear on the
Mhm.
use of the protocol. And there's a table in the white paper that actually shows examples for people to go look at. I'm not going to try to go through them now.
All right. So here is you can burn for a bonus as well.
Hmm.
Okay, let me see. Burn for bonus. Yeah, I think I saw. Maybe we can actually. I can open that up, and maybe you can explain it as well.
Yeah,
This is the one, right?
that's
Can you
correct.
probably go through it a little bit to explain
Yeah,
it to
okay.
people?
So there's the stake side on the left. Length is the first bonus you're looking at, the third column. Then the
Mhm.
shit you get shares for that, and the bonus amount is the column right next to that, based on the days above 288.
Gotcha.
And you are crush. Okay, wait, sorry. The next column is the crushed diamonds portion.
Mhm.
That column right there, and then
What does this mean? The crushed diamonds?
that means you would have you're so you're bringing diamonds to stake in the protocol is one way to
Gotcha.
for the staking pool, but then you can crush additional diamonds to get a bigger share in that stake.
Gotcha.
And then those are broke out the columns right after the crushed diamonds column that says
Mhm.
shares. So those shares add to the other shares you had from the length bonus.
Gotcha.
And then you have a percentage breakout based on the amount you're crushing. There's a maximum of 3x, so you cannot burn more than 3 times the amount you staked. I think I'm saying that
Gotcha.
right. So yeah, there's your bonus and your total. and then you could have your total bonus on the far right column.
Okay.
You can get up to 1,000%. See that last one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a
So
significant
that
amount.
means like you have to stake for 888, and then you have to burn 300 diamond tokens.
That's correct. No. If you were, yes, that is correct. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the 900, and I got confused for a minute.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
This was
So-
the start of a 100 diamonds staked. So 300 is the max you could crush on 100 staked.
All
So it's
right.
3x, like I said.
Good. All right. I just have another question here, and that is, what is the price of diamond essentially when you are when you create the miner essentially? Is it 1-to-1 to?
It starts with as 1-to-1 to mint the token.
Mm-hmm. It like 1-to-1 what? Like ETH or?
What? No, 1-to-1 to Blaze. So if you put up
Okay.
$100 worth of Blaze to mint the diamond, you have to put up $100 worth of ETH to get that one diamond, or whatever that $100 worth of. I think I screwed that up. Basically, if you bring $100 worth of Blaze, you need $100 worth of ETH to mint $100 worth of diamond. The ETH
Okay.
is used in the protocol pay structure, as you can see.
Gotcha. Okay. And that stays the same, right? Every day.
It's
Or does that
yes,
change?
constant.
Okay, so the cost stays constant.
Mm-hmm. So ideally, your diamond should be twice as the value of Blaze to be fair value.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. All right, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much clear up to now, right? Is there anything I missed in a way here for you guys? But I think this is pretty much the protocol up to here. Is that correct?
I think so. What do you think, Utah?
Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered it. I'm trying to think if there's any go backs, anything that we may have missed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think right now the highlight is those NFTs are going to double in price once we launch diamonds here in a couple days. So it's going to be extremely expensive to get into that pool in the future as the price of Ethereum goes up.
Mm-hmm.
And in the certificates there, you got access to all the future diamond hand pools if you have 28 of these certificates. So it's a big thing. So I think a lot of people are not really paying attention. I think a lot of people are going to be paying attention once they see some fireworks, which I believe are going to happen. And I believe that it clicked for you, Mike Dean, when you started looking at the supply of Blaze. So I think you get it.
Yes.
You know, even with the scarcity of the Blaze token, diamonds is going to be so much more scarce because I'm putting up the initial LP funds, $4,000 of X28. In fact, I already have the X28. So I'm just waiting to form the LP. But you can imagine with 50,000 worth of buy pressure, and I'm putting initial LP of 4,000. This thing is going to pump regardless if no one comes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if people buy, then the buy and crush does not have to be utilized. And people will be trying to acquire some diamonds to go in the exchange on week 1. So ideally, we don't have to use the funds just yet and let buyers demand on diamonds create the ROI. That creates users who have or want to get Blaze to come in. So if diamonds price exceeds 5x or 6x or 10x of the price of the mint costs, wouldn't you think people are going to go get some Blaze and come in here and get that?
Yep.
Another big factor is what we're doing with X28 here in the buy pressure that we're bringing to X28. And if we can keep X28 at a higher ratio than Titan X, anybody in the ecosystem that's holding liquid Titan X can transform to X28 and help us burn the rest of that supply off the market, right? 50% burn every time you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And what would that do for the entire ecosystem?
Yeah, I like to say it this way. People could earn ETH in the process of burning Titan X off the market, because the more demand that comes into this Diamonds protocol, that ETH that comes in from mining will buy Titan X, create this X28 that burns 50% of the Titan X. We would have a constant burn on Titan X if people wanted to participate in Diamonds, and they would earn ETH in the process. They could go into either sell the token or one of the other things.
Gotcha. So, I mean, from my understanding is basically if you launch right now, you're going to be buying X28 off the market, right? Until we get to 1-0 essentially, right? The ratio.
Yeah, we lack just about a 0.15 ratio to get there.
Okay. And then after that, you're going to do the transform essentially, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And like I said, if no one shows up right away, we have the buy pressure available, I think, to push this thing to parity.
Got you. Just the buy pressure itself. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's, from, you already have 50K essentially from the Diamond Crusher, right?
We would love to have the community support behind this project, to get behind this cause, and to help incinerate this Titan X supply that we've been watching sit there. We could be part of the solution here. I think Jake built a great protocol with X28. He's got the solution for us. We don't even have to use V1. We could have protocols built on X28 to do the job for it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I'm definitely looking forward. One of the do you know why? Like, I mean, right now 0.85. Who is buying up the X28 right now?
Well, I bought some to create the LP with a few days ago, so I was one buyer. Others,
Gotcha.
or if you want to buy Diamonds.
But which LP again? Sorry.
Say again.
Which LP? Diamonds LP?
No, well, I bought X28 to form the initial LP, because the only LP with Diamonds is X28.
Gotcha.
But others if you want to buy Diamonds on day one, you will need X28 or ETH, one of the two. But ultimately, it's X28 that will be making the conversion.
Gotcha. All right. So, I mean, you can basically buy it off now on 0.85.
Exactly. I could see this possibly getting to parity before we launch.
Gotcha. And then if you get to above parity, then you can, essentially just transform then.
Yeah, transform from the moment the first miner comes in the protocol.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, hey, I think it sounds pretty cool, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Thank you. We feel good about this tokenomics. I mean, I'm really excited. For one, I like ETH payouts. Two, we could enjoy that and accomplish a goal here. Let's burn some Titan X.
Yeah. Totally, man. Totally. Yeah, I think it sounds go ahead.
50%.
Yeah. No, I think this is pretty cool. I mean, you guys already started with the NFTs. There's already 50K into that. There's still 2 days and 20 hours to go, more or less, something like that. So looking forward. So the launch date is on the 11th, right?
Mm-hmm. Time to be determined. You know how those go. You got lots of stuff to do when you're launching the contracts and getting everything situated. So I don't have a firm time. It absolutely is going to be on 11/11 though.
11/11. All right. Okay. I mean, there you go, guys. Diamonds 11/11. Don't win, man. That's the way to go. So
that's destiny. I got to do it.
Fantastic. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Unless you guys have something else on your mind, we'd rather close it from now for here.
Thanks a lot, Mike. I appreciate it. you're a strong pillar in the community, and this means a lot that you give us the time to do this.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate you guys. Utah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we did a deep dive walkthrough with Mike Dean on any protocol, I think. So yeah, it's like old times. I remember we used to do them all the time. So yeah, we really appreciate you coming on and going through it with us. And sometimes it takes a outsider's perspective, because we're so deep in the woods. We've been over here developing this thing, so it's good to have an outside perspective and ask the questions that users are probably going to ask that we don't really think about too much because we're so far into the protocol. So thank you.
Yeah, that's a good point. A good sanity check, sort of.
Yeah, fantastic, man. All right, guys, I definitely appreciate you guys, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the diamonds. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Definitely some interesting things here. We got the Diamonds Exchange, so I'm gonna check out and see how the Diamonds Exchange, how that's gonna turn out the first week. Definitely gonna be interesting.
I got some news. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So Titan-X Utils is taking this protocol, and they have lots of features on their site that they can track stats and data and different activities going on. They're creating, and it will be ready. In fact, tomorrow we're going to have a stream with them, and it's going to display their simulators that they have for diamonds. So the two simulators to start off with will be for mining and the diamond exchange. So you could play with those numbers and kind of, put in an X figure and see what it would generate, and if the oral, whatever. I don't exactly know, but I'm excited to see it myself. I haven't.
Sounds good, man. Once it's out, gonna check it out. Gonna add it in the portfolio as well. Yeah, I have Orin ready to go. We're just waiting for the LP so that I have a price, and then yeah, gonna see Orin there. And when Diamond comes out, I'm gonna add it in the portfolio as well. So looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening in. Hopefully, you understood a bit more regarding diamonds. Don't forget to visit titanxhub.com. Use the swap. Check out the premium if you like to as well. Like and subscribe. Have a good one, guys.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Diamonds are forever. The crown jewels keep. Diamonds are forever. Locked whispers of the sea.